Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I'm back with another process video, and these are videos for my April Hey Little Magpie blog post. So I will put the link below, so please do go and check out the blog where you'll see all the pictures. So the theme of my blog post this month was using some speciality papers to help me kind of do a bit of stash busting. So I have this piece of gold glittered paper from the Wonder collection on Crate Paper, and I really like it. It's a really nice glitter actually, because it's like the glitter doesn't shed too much. And I want to scrap this picture, which is my boyfriend with a bag of peanuts. Which is quite funny, even I call him Peanut. Anyway, so yes, this is when we decided to go and feed squirrels in a local abbey garden. And it was just a funny picture, because he was pretending to stalk for squirrels. And I'm actually going to end up using the zebra paper. I hate the zebra paper. But so this is just from the Shine collection from Maggie Holmes. And so I picked that out because I thought actually I can use just a hint of green and actually cover up most of the zebras. There's a tiny little bit of zebra, and if you looked close enough you may be able to see it, but hey ho. So I've just mounted my photo originally in one of those pieces of paper I got from the Spring Fling collection from Pebbles, but other than that I just wanted to use up my bits of paper from my paper pads. And if you've seen these series of videos, what I decided to do was literally just pull a 6x6 paper pad to correspond with each layout. And this actually worked really well, and has made me really dive into stash and kind of go back into some of those 6x6 paper pads I'd ignored a bit. So just cutting out some basic layers here, just kind of working out what bits and pieces I'm going to use. And this is going to be a more muted layout, excuse me, just had a yawn there, a more muted layout. And I do pick these bits from the Spring Fling collection, which are the flowers. I did treat myself to a new die cut pack so I could do that, and so I'm just going through and just picking out stuff that's a bit naturey just because, you know, why not. And what I wanted to do was actually use this as another opportunity to just use up loads of those random die cuts and stuff we get left. I don't know if you're like me, you kind of use die cuts and bits up and then you have a few random bits left at the end. So my aim is to try and get some of those used up. So I just pulled out this flower stencil, again going with the naturey theme, and my brushed corduroy, and I just used my little inker there just to put some ink on the background, and I'm then using a little bit of mist. I do have to go back and wipe the mist off the glittered bits because of course it's not going to dry on there. But I just wanted to add a little bit of texture to the background of this because it's quite plain with the stripes for me. But yeah, so I'm just blotting off that, and decide to ink my edges up as well of these different bits and pieces. And again, I'm using a bit of that amazing gold embossed paper in small bits. I mean, I still have, I think, a 6x12 piece of that left, so that's going to be making a few appearances on projects coming up. So I do decide to just ink everything up because that's just going to help everything kind of go a bit, and kind of, because I'm going to use a few different collection pieces. And also, when you cut bits out of 6x6 paper pads as well, it just helps sort of ground them a bit as well. So this is just my normal process then of just smacking bits down. I do put them on a little bit of a jaunty angle because, hey, everyone loves a little bit of a jaunty angle. And yeah, I just like it. So just starting to build up my layers. Again, realise I'm going to cover up way too much, as is normal. So I'm just going to add a few little bit more bits of inking around there. And then I'm just slotting under those bits of gold, and I am being kind of quite frugal where I put that gold because of course it is very bright. So I'm just playing about here, sticking my different bits and pieces down, and now I want to sort of cluster there at the top and then clustering all up that side. So I'll cut out that February piece again from the Shine collection because that's when this photo was taken. There's going to be several photos from this day, so I'm kind of happy that, you know, just have the February date on here. I'm using one of those vellum doilies again, which came in the Spring Fling collection, and that just adds another great texture. I love these flowers as well, and again I started being a little bit frugal and cutting those down as well, so I could layer them over lots of different bits and pieces of the layouts. And I really like the vellum, just little inked edge as well, just makes it pop. That gold heart die cut again is from the Spring Fling collection, so I really like that, and I'm just cutting down that gold. Just add another little bit in that corner, and I'm going to do a little banner piece coming out there, because I really like the different textures of gold on here, because you've got that high shine gold, and then even though it's glittery gold, it's more muted as well. So I'm just going to be sticking some little bits around there. So that one strip I've managed to put on sort of 4 different parts in the layout. So I'm now building up this cluster, and I don't mind that little bits are overlapping over the photo. I think it helps, and again I'm just putting a little bit off the edge as well, and again that's just going to help it kind of flow. So that's kind of like my base layers down, and I'm like, nope, need to add some more. So I go through here. This is actually the Wonder collection die cuts. So I've got a few of these left, and I'm just going through, as I said, that background piece of paper is Wonder. So I ended up adding that little fox mask on. I had no clue when I was going to use those masks, but I knew I didn't want to chuck them out, so I'm glad I kept them. So I've just added that on there. Then I find this butterfly, which is from the Simple Stories I Am collection. So again, some older pieces here. Then that Stay Curious, again, is another piece. I think that was cut from... that may have been cut from one of the crate collections, maybe even Wonder. But I like the fact that I've got Stay Curious in 2 different parts of the layout. I do like repeating a phrase. I know that's not what some people like, but I actually really like that. So I've just stuck that up, that gold up on a piece of 3D foam. And something I would say, you have to make sure you use your wet glue when you are sticking on top of this gold paper, especially the glitter, because it doesn't stick down too well. So I'm just planning about making sure everything's how I like it, and just popping a few little bits and pieces up on some 3D foam, because that's just going to help the layout sit much more evenly. I did forget to ink a few of the edges of bits, but where I can I go back and ink them, but I'm going to try not to worry about them too much. There is also white tones, cream tones on here. Again, I'm not going to worry too much about that. I do end up pulling out one of the butterflies, which I wanted to get in somewhere, and again I decided to just go full hog out on the naturey theme, and I really like how that cluster stretches across the page there. So these are the stickers that I pulled out. I think these are We Are Memory Keepers, or they may be the Pebbles ones. I did mention in my haul video for these when I blog post, so just go back and look in the video if you want to know what they are. But I love that these are a foam, but are a foiled foam. Try saying that. And so I'm just going to put my title down, which is The Squirrel Hunter. And I really like the size of this font as well. It's a really nice, big, chunky font. And so that is just going to again help just pull a little bit of that gold down, because I've got the bright gold in the hearts on there, which are 3 hearts. I've also got that really lovely gold embossed paper, so that's going to add that great texture. I then pulled these out, which I think were crate paper as well, and they're kind of like a dull gold puffy sticker, and so I'm going to use them just to put the down, and I really like how these look. I will say, you're going to see this layout in one of my later videos, because I do find another die cut that I add to it. If you go over to the Hey Little Magpie blog post that I wrote, then you'll be able to see what I actually ended up adding, but you will see this make an appearance in a later video. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with some more videos very soon. Bye!